Ayan. So, good evening ulit sa lahat. Uh, this is second our second meeting. So, today, we're just gonna discuss lang how to use yung repository na with other people. So, ever since you've learned how to use a repository, pero kayo-kayo lang yun. Solo lang. And uh, it's different kapag meron ako yung, yes, it's recorded here. It's different kapag meron kayong kasama because there will be times na may conflict sa mga ginagawa nyo. What does that mean? So, imagine you both edited the same file, tas pinush nyo pareho sa repository. So, ang mangyari is mga conflict yun, meaning there are changes in a file, but two people um, pushed different changes na yun. Right? So we'll talk about that. We'll discuss how we can go through that, how how to how do you say how to avoid that from happening, right? So let me just full screen. Kita naman screen ko, no? Um, let me just change to better text readability. Okay, so overview nga is importance of the proper usage ng Git repository, Git branching, merging conflicts, working with Unity, pwede. We'll see. We'll see. It was like 2 terms ago before pa nagkaroon ng just Unreal games. So anyway, so importance of proper usage is you have less conflicts. If you follow yung tamang way of pushing changes, you would have less conflicts, right? Another thing is with less conflicts, you have less time wasted on fixing conflicting code. Kasi usually medyo hassle yung kapag may mga conflict. Mangyari is either you can use you would have to use a commit or a push of one person and the other madi-discard, right? So when that happens, mangyari is after nyo i-discard yung isa, what you'd want is you'd have to return those yung changes ng ginawa ng isa, di ba? So, it takes a bit of time, but uh, ayun. If we lessen yung mga conflict, at least that won't happen. Another thing is no problems when merging. Ayun nga. Um, when it comes to merging, conflicts happen. So if less conflicts, less problems. Right. That is just really the thing about Git. Another thing is that the team will be more efficient. What does that mean? Uh, when it comes to Capstone, where you'd have both the artists and the programmers working, at least you'd know how should the artists push yung mga gawa nila sa Git, right? Sa repository. If you do that, mas smooth pa yung gawa nyo. It's easier to push and pull. It's easier to get yung mga kailangan nyo sa artist. And at the same time, artists will not have to deal with yung code ng lahat. Like, isipin nyo lang they have this branch na it's just for them. Okay? Finally, it is easy to keep track of mistakes. So, ang kaganda ng Git kasi is you can always push each time you make a change. Right? And you'll know asan dun yung problema. Kung bakit kaya naka-conflict dito or something. You'll see why. And if you do use Git properly, it's easier to keep track of these mistakes. Okay? So, Git branching. So when you branch from a if you branch from like say sa main, mangyari is gumagawa ka lang ng bagong or a copy of wherever you are sa branch. So let's go open up fork to show. Hopefully meron ako dito. Oh my gosh, wala. Wala na. Sige, not fork. I think source tree. Ayan. Well, this is our capstone on. So you'll see meron blue at saka meron red, right? So the blue one is where you are. Ito yung usually yung master. Itong mangyari is nung nang branch kami, we took a copy of this part of this commit and nandito kami. And now, whatever changes happen in the main, it doesn't happen in our new branch. They will be separated from each other. Right? So that's what happens. Kumukuha na tayo ng copy. So, eventually naman, you'll have to merge. So, we'll talk about later on. Right? So, yun. It's just a snapshot of yung changes nyo dito. And isipin nyo lang parang puno siya. Nagsa-start siya sa root, then mag-branch out kayo. So, wherever they are, like dito, yung changes mo dito, it is copied here. Problema lang is, itong si Little Future, wala siyang copy nito because hanggang dito lang siya branch out. Never na siya bumalik sa main. Okay? So, example is sa source tree, well, yeah, hindi tayo nag-source tree eh. Fork na lang. Let me see if I can get a... Nako, na-expire yung ano. Sige, hold on. Give me a sec to get a new token. Habang ginawa ko to, may questions ba kayo? Anything? Sir, sa mga mouse submission, kahit capstone kami pwede mag-submit para lang walang overdue? Sure, yeah, you can submit. Para lang matrack natin. Okay. Ayan, so here we are. Let me just go to... Okay. So, in order to branch out, kung gagawa kayo ng, let's say, bagong change kayo, whatever, to branch out, you can just do repository, new branch. So, you can set this to like, siguro, dev, noc B. Alright? So, it doesn't show here, pero meron ka ng bagong branch, which is si Doc B. Nandito. So, kapag nag-push ako ng something, like, naglagay ako ng isa pang text file dito, hello world, and we push that, text file, added demo. Ayan. Right now, there's a branch. Ay, naku, nasa devpado tayo. Sige, okay lang. Push natin. So, let's say, pinush natin yun. If we go back to si Doc B ulit, gawa tayo ng isa pang text file. Demo2. Hello again, world. And I push this. There. You'll see, may nagba-branch dito. Right? So that's what's happening. Initially, when you create a new branch, di mo makikita because you are technically on the same spot pa rin as where you were. But the moment you create you push a new commit, ayan, makikita na mo na. Okay? So that's for Git branching. Now, after you branch, you would have to merge back to the master or to the main, right? You'll eventually have to go back because, sure, lahat ng changes dito, pero paano yung mga changes ng partner mo? It's in siguro master or another branch, right? So somehow you'll have to merge your work together. And that's when we do merging. So merging is it combines yung several sequences of commits into a single history. So lahat ng mga commits mo in the branch, mangyari is i-combine mo na agad sa kabilang branch. So it implements all changes to the branch and may be different for yung way of merging could be different for each organization. So iba-iba. Usually kasi in order to fix yung mga like problems, you would have to merge the main into your branch para kapag may mga problems, ikaw yung nagfi-fix sa branch mo. Then after fixing all those problems, that's when you merge back to master. And we'll talk about that more. So in here, if I want to merge devpado to devdocp, usually I would, I would right click, merge into devpado. So mangyari is si docb will merge into pado. If the other way around, I'll have to do it to docb and then merge. I right click to whatever branch I want that to merge to me. Right click, merge into. Ayan. So devpado will now merge into docb. Right? Siguro pwede din siguro sa repository. Is it here? None. So it's mostly right click. Right click, you should have merge. All right. So, so far, any questions? Merging, branching? None. Sige. So there's two ways naman on properly merging. If I want to merge to keep my branch updated from dev branch. Kasi, uh, usually, let's go, bring up paint. Paint, andito si main, diba? Si main, ito yung mga changes niya. Well, okay, this is main. A good practice is you have a branch for dev. A separate branch para ang mangyari is ang pinaka-stable na build, yan yung merge nyo sa main. Alright. So this is dev. This would be the dev branch. And then sa dev branch, dito yung saan yung ginagawa nyo yung mga pang dev. So if you have like si dev Pado, I would be coming from dev branch. Tapos, let's say, gagawa ko ng mga changes. Ayan. It will go through here. So, isipin mo na nagka-commit ako ng mga changes. Tapos, kapag tapos na ako sa mga changes ko, sa future ko, I will go back to the dev branch. So, mangyayari is, kung tapos na ako, babalik na ako sa dev branch. And usually, this commit is just like merged dev Pado to dev branch. Yan yung nangyayari. Same thing, kasi may isa pa tayong member. Si KG. Si dev KG. Sa kanya naman, galing nga siya sa dev branch. Let's say, programmer na siya ngayon. Okay mo. Whatever. Ayan. Nag-push siya ng mga changes. Like dito and dito. Then, he would eventually have to go back to the dev branch. Then, let's say, yan na yung pinaka-stable na build. Ito na yung pinaka-stable na build. That is when we push into main. Which will be like stable, 1.0. So itong si main na to, mahabang line lang siya galing sa pinaka-start. And then, ayan. Ito yung usual. Again, it is different for different organizations. Baka may ibang way sila. Baka yung main na lang yung dev branch. Alright? So, yun. And yung artist naman, they can share the same repository, but wala sila sa dev branch. Meron silang sariling branch, which would be itong si dev. Art. The art branch, which will be coming from main, and usually wala silang pake sa lahat. They won't ever pull from main. They can have their own whatever, but they work on their own branch. And usually yung dev, if they need the art, they will have to take it. They will take the changes ng art into their own commit. So, mangyari is kukunin din nila yung sa art branch. Whatever. Usually, dito siya. Whatever. Okay? So, yun yung usual. Art branch, always separated from dev. They don't care. And dev just usually takes assets from the art branch. Right. So, any questions here? You get the idea of this part of this system where dev is separated from the main. Main will be used as, let's say, parang ang pinaka-stable na build. Yun yung main. So, si dev branch, they'll have different children, like si dev pado, dev kg, and then they work on their own branch, and then eventually have to merge back into the dev branch. Dito yung mga change, yung lahat ng mga changes nila, ilalagay nila sa dev branch. Okay? Kuha ba? Any questions about this? Sige. Okay. So this is one way to keep your branch updated from dev branch. So I'll just iterate this. Ipupush nyo yung changes nyo sa branch nyo. Ipupush nyo yun, di ba? Then, you have to make sure na si dev branch is updated. So mangyayari is kailangan nyo pa i-check out si dev branch, tapos ipupull nyo yung mga changes. Then, you're gonna merge dev branch to yours. Bakit? Doon mo i-ayusin yung mga conflicts kung meron man sa branch mo. Right? You're gonna fix it there on your branch mo. Doon sa you're solving yung mga conflicts. Then, babalik kayo sa dev branch. Then, you merge your branch to the dev. So, let's say, ito yung developer natin. So, I will check out. So, si developer, yan yung dev branch natin. I have to make sure it is updated. So, nagpull ako. So, if I want to push yung mga changes ko to developer, si dev file to developer, I want to make sure that I am updated with developer. So, ito yung branch ni developer. I right click. Wait lang. Branch. Ay, nanggaling nga pala ako dun. But in this case kasi, since I came directly from developer, I cannot really merge into it. Ata. Wait lang. Ayun, pwede pala. Sorry. So, developer. I will now update si devpado with developer. And you see nothing happened because I really came from developer. Okay? Next, in order for me to push to merge developer with devpado, I go back to developer. I right click their merge into developer. So I am merging Pado to developer. And push. So now developer and devpado are now together. Ay kung si Doc B gusto niya ma-update rin from gusto niya mag-push rin sa developer branch. So si Doc B, ang gawin niya is kailangan niyo muna i-merge si developer into herself para walang problem. So you see na right now demo 2 tsaka test. So i-merge ko muna si si developer. I-merge ko muna si developer sa akin, si Doc B. Merge. So now, Push that. Right now, si Doc B updated siya sa developer. And you'll see, I have now demo and demo 2. Si demo, nanggaling yun kay DevPado, diba? Kung naalala nyo. Right? So I am now updated. Si Doc B is now updated with developer. Ngayon, gusto ko i-push yung changes ko sa developer. So, it'll be here, developer. Developer, merge into developer. If I merge, ayan. So now, developer is updated with devfado and docb's changes. So if you see, I'm a developer, right? If I open here, developer has demo and demo 2. How do I know if I'm not BSing you guys? If I go to Pado, I only have demo. Kasi, yung changes ni Doc B, nasa developer ngayon. Pero wala sa akin sa devfado. Okay? Medyo nakalito with here. Technically, you can also right click here. I can merge developer into Pado again. Wala lang. If I want to update myself with the changes. So right now, there's no conflict. Ayan. So devfado is now updated with developer. And kung mayroon man lang conflict, I would have to merge devfado to developer. So medyo confusing, pero I hope you get the idea. What wait lang. Questions? None. Sige. Just in case na di na gets. So ito si main, ito si developer kanina. Right? So the idea is, ito, let's see, dev Pado at saka si dev doc p. The idea of this is that in case may mga changes dito sa developer, I need to fix it on my branch first. I don't want to fix it sa developer mismo. So yung changes ko dito, and say another change here pa. The better way to do this is to pull muna from is to merge developer into devfado. In this case, kasi walang changes, but anyway, you do it. You'd have to do it. So what happens is, yung change ni developer, ipupull mo dito, and then, yung changes ni devfado, ibabalik nyo sa developer. Right now kasi walang changes kasi that happen in between. So it would look normal lang like this. In the case of Doc B, if nagkaroon siya ng change, kailangan niya muna mag-pull sa developer. So, ipupull niya muna si developer. It would go through here muna. Ipupull niya muna yung changes. So, dito merge si developer to dev doc b. So now, since na-pull niya si developer, she's updated with yung changes sa developer. Then, ipupush niya pabalik sa developer. Awful. Awful art. But I hope you get the point. So that lahat ng mga conflicts or problems, I have fixed it already in my own branch. Alright? Kung ano naman. So this is the usual case. The other one kasi is parang ayaw mo i-update yung branch mo with yung current. And this is usual for yung art. Okay? So you push yung changes sa branch mo and make sure dev branch has been updated sa system mo. Then, pupunta ka sa dev branch and then i-merge mo yung changes sa branch mo into dev branch. What does it look like? Oops, not that one. So let's say si DevPado gumawa ulit ng bagong file. Demo3. Gumawa ko ng bagong file, ipupush ko demo. Then if I don't want to update myself with developers, I will just have to go to developer and then i-merge ko yung branch. I-merge yung branch ko sa developer. Ayan. So kung meron man nag-conflict, si developer ang dito mangyayari sa developer. Okay? So that's the thing. If you don't wanna fix it in your branch, you go directly to developer and then ipupull mo yung changes ng devpado to that branch. Why would you do this? For art, pwede. Pwede gawin ng art. So they have their own branch for that. What else do they use for this? If you're pulling, sorry. If you're gonna pull from art, what happens is you just get it. You just get the changes to art into your branch. You don't have to like push into their branch na, because that means like cross-contaminate na yung branch nyo. They have your changes for some reason. They have all the code. And what happens is magulo sa kanilang end. Okay? So you do that kapag kakuha lang kayo ng assets sa art branch. Kuha ba? Gets ba yun? Okay. Mukhang gets yun naman. Now, conflicts. There are two ways to resolve conflicts. It's either resolve using theirs or resolve using mine. And the best way to the best way to avoid conflicts is to communicate with each other. Para hindi kayo parehas nag-work on the same file. So what does that look like? Can go slow. So let's say si devpado, check ko devpado devdocb. Okay. Si devpado, yung demo niya, let's say ginawa ko, hello world. This is Pado. And pinush ko to. Ay, sorry. Wala akong na-push. Okay. So, si Delfado, nag-push siya ng hello. Change niya yung demo text. Eh, kung si Doc B, change niya yung demo. Hello world. I am Doc B. And let's push that. So right now, docb and Delfado has worked on the same file. Kay docb, I am doc. Hello world, I am docb. Kay Pado, hello world, this is Pado. So paano kung nag-push sila sa developer? So let's follow what I did noon. So si Delfado, I will now update myself, my branch with developer. So all good naman. There's no problem. Now I will merge Pado to developer. Okay. So now developer should have the changes ni Pado. And kung si Docb, she wants to push sa developer. So I have to merge muna si developer. And then you'll see the merge will require manual conflict resolution. Hindi nyo nakita yun kanina because there is no problem naman with conflict. But now, since naka-conflict, ito lumabas. Ayan. Merge conflict in demo. Automatic merge field, fix conflict, and then commit the results. And you'll see this. Si DevPado may changes sa demo, tsaka si DocB may changes. So now, it's either we choose the DevPado, ito yung gagamitin natin, or i-choose yung kay DocB sa changes niya. So in this case, let's say gusto ko gamitin yung changes ni DocB. So I choose dev docb. And so you see, parang wala siya dito. Ang meron lang dito sa tong demo. I think I forgot to push this to the developer. But anyway. So commit. I'll commit this. I push it. And there we have. I've fixed, si docb has now merged with developer. And gamit niya si I am docb. Kasi yun yung choose natin. So, i-update na natin si developer with docb. So now developer has the changes of docb. What happens if Pado tries to update itself with developer? As far as I know, walang merge conflict because naayos na siya somewhere in between. So if I merge developer to Pado, you will notice that Dev Pado now has I am docb. Alright. So now I've updated Dev Pado with developer. I will now get Dev Pado's changes and put it to developer. And there's nothing to push. Okay? I hope medyo hindi siya nakarito when we're solving. So, lalabas lang yun eh. May ilalabas lang na ganun. Pipili nyo lang kung ano dapat nyo gamitin. Tapos, kung gusto man kung gusto man balik yung ano, or i-add yung mga changes ni Dev Pado or something, he would just have to add it later on sa bago niya i-push ulit. Kuha ba? Does silence mean no? Honestly. Okay, you need to experience it. Yeah. Hopefully, don't experience it because the best way for this not to happen is to communicate. Mag-usap kayo kung ano yung mga files na gagalawin nyo. That way, uh, you don't push the same file sa repository. Right? So, communication. Mag-usap lang kayo. Yun na naman yung kailangan gawin para hindi mangyari yung mga conflicts. Okay? Uh, what else? What else can I say? How to reconnect head when checking out. Head. Usually to main. So right now, si main mangyari is you don't have to pull main to developer. Kasi main, this is where you just have all the stable builds. So I would just merge developer into main. And then push. And there we have it. Main is now updated with everything. Pero usually, yun ang nangyayari sa developer and main. Main just gets from developer. Hindi si developer kukuha sa main because most of the time, we are just putting all the stable builds into main. Yung reconnect head though, I think I've seen people do that accidentally. Parang gumagawa sila ng bagong branch. Because for some reason, wala ding head. I think I've seen that. No idea how that happened. Well, I can't also replicate it because I'm not sure how they were able to remove yung head. Unless you mean itong si main, then there you have it. Okay. So again, checkout is just like going into that branch. You're checking it out. So right now I'm checking out the Fado. I am there. Usually, kapag first pull nyo, okay, maybe I'll show you. I'll show you what does a first pull looks like with the repository with branches. Let me just delete this. So remove ko yan. I remove that. I will pull that again. Yung saan ulit? Okay. So if your repository already had branches and everything, it just looks like this. Branches is just main. Tapos may remotes kayo. In order to put the branch here again, you just right click any of the branches here in the remotes and then check out. So when you check it out, ayun, lalabas siya sa branches. So kahit din kay KG, ayun, lalabas siya dito. Okay? Another thing usually is kapag naka-conflict with a file, what I would sometimes do is I would just keep a copy of that file locally on my like desktop or whatever. I'll keep it, and then kapag magka-conflict, I'll just use the other ones. So maybe I'll just show you guys what it looks like. Where am I there? Kunin ko si Doc B tsaka si Pado. So yun ulit. May changes ulit ako sa demo. I am Pado. Goodbye. Push ko to. This is just example lang. Ano mo mas malaki, usually mas malaki pa yung mga changes nyo eh. Tapos may conflict. And then kay Doc B, I am Doc B C. I commit this one. I push it. So same thing again. Si Doc B, let's say nauna si Doc B. I will merge developer into Doc B so that I am updated. So that the branch is updated. So mukhang updated naman. I go to developer. I merge Doc B into developer. Push. Right? Next, si Pado. Gusto ko, he has to update himself with developer. So I'll merge developer into Pado. Again, may conflict na kailangan ayusin. So in this case, it's demo ulit. What if I want to use si kay Doc B? And let's say sobrang malaki yung changes mo dito. Right now kasi parang text file lang. Pero it will happen. I will just keep a copy of demo. Place it anywhere, somewhere. So I have a copy of it. I'll just I'll just use Doc B's changes. Commit. So right now, I have Doc B's changes. And then, ay gusto ko yung changes ko, ibalik ulit sa demo. Ang gagawin ko, let's say, ayun, medyo weird na siya. But, let's say I just want this code. I'll put it in demo. I'll put it here. I am Pado. Goodbye. Save. Push my changes again. And then push. So now, developer, I will get the changes of devpado. Push. So now, yung demo ko will have the changes ni ginawa ko, which is nilagay ko si Ayampado. And then, andito rin kay Doc P. So, kung si Doc P, kung pinul niya yung developer, there will be no conflicts. Right? Tingnan mo. Meron akong I am Doc B here. Pero, if I pulled yung developer, which has the Ayampado, there's no conflict happening because it was already fixed somewhere in between. So I merged developer into docb. You'll now notice it has Ayampado. I will push this. And then if I can now merge docb into developer again. Hindi naman kailangan pero just in case. Baka kasi may changes. So there you have it. Developer now has, again, their changes. And the way I did it was to have a local copy of demo. As you see, yung ito, yung nakita nito, header developer. This was created by the fork. Parang para makita na lang kung ano yung galing sa header. Tapos ano yung gusto mo i-push sa developer. You don't really have to understand this, but it shows. So if you don't fix the conflict, ito yung mangyayari sa code nyo, and then your code will not work anymore because there's something like this that's happening in your code, and it will mess it up. All right? Questions? Concerns? Something to clarify? Wala. Okay. So, yun lang naman for the repository. In case na di nyo alam, like, you've already tried it and parang di gumagana, just ask. You can always ask me for help. And I'll be glad to help you out naman how to fix it. Don't try to like force yourself, oh, parang kailangan ko rebase or reset yung developer. That's just gonna mess up your repository more. Or kailangan ko interactively rebase. Well, you can always try it out, pero sometimes it doesn't end well. Okay? So, huwag kayo matakot bigla. You can always ask help. Okay? So, if there are no questions or concerns, magpo-follow ko for next week kung gusto nyo ba i-lecture yun. But it's all about, for next week, it's all about principles. Coding principles using Solid and all. So yung pag-usapan natin next week. So up to you guys if you want to face-to-face for that. Kasi kailangan natin ng face-to-face around at least 5. Okay? So I'll poll that. If not, mangyari is kapag mag-face-to-face tayo, that's when we check milestones. What happens in coding principles? It's like almost like a guideline on how you should code, what to follow, what principles to follow and all. Pero it's just a guideline. Okay? Like how to, like why you should hide yung mga ibang variables nyo. Right? There are principles to it. The solid principle. Does it teach how to find code? No. It's more of how you should code so that it's intuitive and it's not confusing for other people. Okay? So, if there are no questions for today, you guys can go. Ingat kayo. Have a nice dinner. If you have any questions, feel free to just message me instead. Sige. Bye-bye. If you're sending our document for HCD, does it need to be a link? Pwede link. Ano ba ni-require ko sa I think na nilagay ko dun is text submission. Ay, file submission. But in that case, just send a text file. I think. Hold on. I'm not sure kung... Ay,